Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Fink, and I'm the author of the upcoming book, The Gospel God's Great Undoing. This is about your part in God's unfolding strategy from creation until today. You have a role to play, and it's very important. Last time we talked about the fact there are two houses, two economies that you can choose from. You can choose from God's economy and how that works, or you can choose something else, and you end up in what we call the chaos economy. That's what we're going to talk about this time. When you walk away from God's house and God's protection, you become subject to devilish deception. Now that is the devil's main weapon, by the way. It's not power, it's not anything like that. It is just deception. He is very, very sneaky. And power, he can't just overpower us, because power requires both the ability and the authority to do that. He has the ability, but he doesn't have the authority unless we give him the authority. It's kind of like you think of a policeman. He has a gun and a badge. He has a gun, but so do the bad guys. The difference between a policeman and bad guys, among other things, is the policeman has a badge. He has the authorization to use force if he needs to. The devil has the gun. We have the badge. If we give him our badge, then he uses his gun against us, and then we end up in that chaos economy like I was talking about here. So I want you to understand, the devil's power over us does not come from a superior force. It comes from the fact that we have been deceived. In fact, First Enoch, which is an extra biblical book, that it's not part of the Bible, but it's a book that the biblical writers knew about and referenced. The Watchers, the sons of God, the unfallen angels that were about to fall, decided that they really would like to be like humans, and they wanted to have families and live lives like that, and build empires among the humans. And so they decided that would be a pretty good thing. So they came down, and the thing they had to offer us was knowledge. Now, I want you to remember that knowledge, the word knowledge, comes from the Latin word scientia, from which we also get the word science. And they used that knowledge to corrupt humans. The devil is threatened by us. To him, we're an infection on this planet that he would really love to get under control, because he doesn't have native authority. The only reason he needs us around is so that we're like hostages, so that God won't destroy him. But we're mostly really troublemakers for him, and so he wants to get us under control. And he used knowledge to do that. And it's just like if you ever used to watch the old Star Trek shows, and even the newer ones here, there's a prime directive, and that is do not give advanced technology to primitive civilizations, because you're going to destroy them. And that's exactly what the devil did in this case. He violated the prime directive. He brought technology, and he used all these things to divide people. Now, this knowledge in itself is not evil. It's not knowledge is bad, and we ought to all get rid of knowledge. I mean, I'm a scientist. I totally love knowledge. But it's knowledge absent from a relationship that makes it difficult, makes it bad, makes it problematic. Because if you don't have the relationship, if you don't stay in God's house where God is the one king and he's the benevolent ruler over everything, then you haven't decided on the king, and you're going to try to be your own king, and you're going to find out that you're not the most powerful king on the planet or anywhere else in the universe, and your world is going to get taken over by somebody else. You'll be in constant competition, constantly trying to scramble to get the best. And so that's what this whole thing with knowledge was. Give a little knowledge here, give a little knowledge there. It was basically weaponry, because remember, knowledge is power. And unfortunately, apart from power, apart from a relationship, knowledge, that power, turns into might makes right. It turns into the survival of the fittest. It turns into whoever has the gold makes the rules. In other words, I use my knowledge to get ahead, to stay ahead, and then you use knowledge to try to get over top of me. And it would be so much better if we just submitted to God and followed his house. But if we want knowledge apart from relationship, that's where we'll get it. In fact, we are still choosing the tree of knowledge today. This is why you hear people say, follow the science. And we think that science is really the answer to all of our problems. Well, no, actually it isn't. God is the answer to all of our problems. Science is a nice way to find out about God's universe, but if we make science God, then we're falling for the tree of knowledge all over again, and we're going into that demonic deception that caused our first parents to fall and is continuing to cause us to fall these days. So next time we're going to talk about that, because it turns out we are inherently religious people, religious beings, and if you take away our religion, our God, or whatever, what we will end up with is worshiping something else. Next time we're going to talk about that. Knowledge, science, becomes the new religion. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless you. Do you have any questions about the video or any of the videos you've seen before? Do you have questions about the origin of the universe, or the Bible. Please write some questions in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Please get in contact with me. Let's talk about this thing. Let's have a conversation here. And like, share, and subscribe to the videos. And God bless you. Have a great day.